Hello. I've got a video on you with my pink pen on how to be funny enough to get girls. Never thought I'd do a video on this, but had a eureka moment in the shower this morning because I don't have anything else going for me. That's a bit of sarcasm. So girls laugh at me or with me a lot. And I want to teach that to you because you in your own most natural state, you're actually probably a pretty funny guy or girl. Girls can watch this too. You can make other girls laugh and have friends like that. Surprise. Now, I've thought about how do I break this down, and really it's a few things. The core principle of actually how to be funny enough to get girls, you fucking simp, is, number one is to think less, which is why this is not the most scripted thing. But number one, think less. Now, why is thinking less so important? I'm actually going to give you a little quick story. So yesterday I was playing Cards Against Humanity with a bunch of friends, and I love my friends, but I'm typically the one that's pretty fucking funny, and everyone normally laughs at me. And in Cards Against Humanity, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a board game where you make jokes round by round by round, and the guy with the funniest joke wins with the cards that you have. And in this, you have to think like logically, like, what's the funniest joke? And I realized that I didn't win a single episode, or like a single round. And I was like, why is that? And it's probably because in that game, you're having to think about what's funny. And clearly I'm stupid, so I can't think about what's funny, which is why I lost. But I am very funny day to day, and it's because I don't think, which is why thinking less is so important. What I've also realized is there are other things that like dig a bit deeper. Now, if you want to actually understand the psychology, this is for men and women, which explains why thinking less is so charismatic or so magnetic or so whatever bloody word you want to use. It's because, if you think about it, let's go back to tribal days. I wish I had like an editor that could put a tribe thing here. But go back to tribal days, and you've got your tribe, and status is something that's very powerful. So you want the guy that's the leader of the tribe, ideally in a dating scenario, right? And even the other guys, you want to network with the king of the tribe. Do you think this king, in his little tribe, when they're having the fireplace, do you think he's second-guessing himself of, is my joke funny? Can I say this? Can I say that? Or do you think he's just present to the moment? He's like, I'm the alpha, or whatever word you want to use. I'm the bloody omega. He's the king of this tribe. And he just says what he says, and everyone laughs at him. What do you think has higher status? Well, obviously, it was a leading question. The answer is the guy that does not think, the king. And he doesn't think because he feels safe. And girls love to feel safe around you. Point being is if you have the confidence and have the presence to be authentically, fully yourself and actually crack jokes, laugh, other people will buy into your frame. Other people subconsciously see you as the leader without you even realizing because you feel so safe to make the dodgy jokes. I can't even say half the jokes here because YouTube, you're probably going to ban me. I've got like so many millions of subscribers. Not yet, but one day. And that's the thing. If you can be truly authentically yourself and just start to crack jokes, that's what's going to get attraction. Men, women, everything. So point one is think less and being present. Now, I've just gone on a bit of a rant and you might be, oh shit. Okay, let's keep going. I've gone on a bit of a rant and you might be thinking, well, Piero, that's not very helpful. You just told me to think less. How do you actually do it? Think about things that actually develop your presence. By thinking less, I mean presence, right? Look at me, I'm a bloody school teacher. And how can you develop presence? Well, there are a number of things you can do. You can do the irresponsible thing, which is buy a motorbike. That's a joke, but I'll write it. You can do things that fill your cup up. Like think about things that actually bring you into the present moment and actually make you happy and actually bring you joy, because that's also attractive yourself. And a lot of people don't do that. Another classic is meditation. I'm not actually meditating these days right now, but still funny, aren't I? You can do things like sauna, going for runs. You know, a really great one is actually going and watching a lot of comedy. You can do in person, go watch stand-up shows and comedy shows, but letting loose being open and open to the present moment and having a laugh, surprisingly, actually works on your presence. Go into nature. That's a bloody great one, isn't it? Go for a swim. Go for a fucking walk. Go walk up the mountain. I don't know what you want to do, but work on your presence. Read a book. Box breathing. You can do that. There's so many things on being present. I can do another video on that, but I'm not the presence dude. I'm the guy to help you feel magnetic dude. So anyway, presence is number one. A second thing on actually being funny to get girls is assuming that people want to hear what you have to say. Now, I have to be careful in saying this because I don't want you to become all arrogant and all like, oh, everyone loves the sound of my voice. But it's more of just an assumption. So, 2. And the reason I say this is because I speak a lot about in my other videos frame control. And when you have just this assumption that people want to hear what you have to say and people will, you like assume that people are going to find it funny. You just assume that people are going to just intentionally like laugh at you and laugh with you. It's actually going to set a strong frame. And again, if you don't want to watch frame, if you don't know what frame is, watch one of my other videos on it. On my 90-minute masterclass, you can DM me for it somewhere. Do you think the tribal leader was like, I hope people find me funny? Nah, everyone wants to suck. I don't know if I can say that. Everyone wants to, everyone wants to be with him, all right, or win him over. And so he's had all of those reference experiences and just assume that he's funny. So one day, wake up and decide, I'm just going to assume that people find me funny and see what happens, right? That's number 2. And the final thing is to not be serious. I'm going to put the thing where it's like, why so serious?
Why so serious?
And this is particularly when it comes to girls. But I think it's very important. Okay, I've got lots of friends that are girls. You guys know that. And do you think it's fun for them when they go on dates with guys and the guy's like, so, what do you do for work? I don't know why this guy's Russian, but he is. What do you do for work? Where do you live? Where are you from? What is your bank account? It's boring. It's dry. You've probably had that conversation yourself a million bloody times before. And honestly, part of why I'm starting to teach this shit is because I network with a lot of dudes that have a lot of money. And no offense if you're watching this, but sometimes you're fucking boring. So I'm trying to help you as well, so I can have more fun. Why so serious? You don't have to be so serious. Life's not that deep. It really doesn't matter. No one cares. Stop taking yourself so seriously. Have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of a boogie, and that's really attractive. Again, it shows that you're safe. Girls love this because they're so bored of guys being like, oh, that's a nice car. But girls are so bored of guys being like in this really serious frame because it's a heavy energy, you know? Bloody hell.
I want a diamond ring, I want some bracelets and everything.
Some attractive people around here. So, to summarize, in this 5-minute masterclass, or however long it is, in order to be funny enough to get girls, you've got to think less, aka develop your presence more. 2, you've got to have just the self-assumption that people are going to find you really funny and they're going to lap up what you say. And then number 3 is to not take yourself so seriously. All of this, in essence, will develop this funniness, or hilariousness. And what's going to be so great is as you do this, as you just try these things, right? What's going to happen is you're going to start to have one experience here, one experience there, one experience there. And then you're going to be like collecting all these reference experiences, aka real things that have happened in your life that are going to affirm the fact that you are actually funny. That's going to make you feel safer. And if you don't have any like recent wins, think back to a time where someone did laugh with you. Don't tell me that no one's ever laughed with you, because 100% you've had a friend, or you've had a parent, or you've had some situation in your life before where you've told a joke and at least one person's laughed. So if you need to, focus on that for right now, so you have that reference experience. Go out there, meet some people, do these 3 things, and start to be funnier. Hope you found this useful. If you did, and you want to learn more, comment or DM me on Instagram, Piero Lad Her, for my 90-minute masterclass on what's actually important for attracting the person that you want to attract.